Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2020 Coleman Lantern LT 262BH. This is a great bunk model, has a super slide with both a sofa and a dinette, plus rear double over double corner bunks. So if you're looking for something for the family with a great look to it, this is one you may love. We'll start off right here on the kitchen. So one of the things I do like about this is they actually give you good kitchen space. You have prep space right here, which far too often is missing. And you have a large single bowl sink with that high-rise faucet. Over to this side is the recessed cooktop with the glass cover, so you can utilize this as prep space as well. Of course, it folds up and back just like so to access those 3 burners. You will see the knobs light up, and you have an oven if you want to do a little bit of baking. If we drop down underneath, take a look at that. A little bit of storage there, maybe enough for a few small pots. 3 drawers here in this center, and because they're not contending with the sink, these are full-length drawers, full extension as well. And as you can see, the bottom couple are deeper than the top one there as well. And underneath the sink, good storage there. You have enough space for a trash can, which for me is very important because that's what I want to go there. If we make our way around to the other side here, we'll open this up. You will also see storage there. That's probably where I'd put some pots and pans. Or if you want, you can even use the bottom for shoes, right? Come in, kick your shoes off, throw them right under there. You have this nice wall board right there on the back. So it kind of acts as a backsplash because that is a little bit easier to clean the wallpaper itself. Plus it looks really nice. And as you'll see in a little bit, there's kind of a shiplap look in the new 2020, and this kind of helps blend all that together. 2 electrical outlets. This is a great spot for a coffee maker because you can't really reach back here to grab much else. And there's electrical outlet right there, a couple of USB ports, LED lights throughout, storage all across the top. Normally you just get 2 doors in this kind of setup, but because you have that longer countertop, you get that 3rd storage door. So as I mentioned, good storage all the way throughout the top. Over to this side is the microwave with your Furion hood right underneath. That, of course, does contain both a light and a fan. And then the Coleman fridge, a freezer, Norcold unit right here. So as you will see, there's plenty of space in there. This unit does run off both propane and electric. Over to the side, we'll open this up. So you kind of have some options here. Personally, I would probably use this for clothes, but if you want to use a shelf or 2 for pantry, by all means, you can certainly do that too. And you have the double over double rear corner bunks, 300-pound weight capacity. Great thing about that, folks, is if you want an adult to sleep in here, like myself, I am 6 foot. As you can see, I can, there we go, get straight here. If my feet are right here, I can completely stretch out, put a pillow down. There we go, good to go. 6 foot tall, I can actually sleep in these bunks. Plus, you'll see the bunks have LED lights and USB ports. Those USB ports are pretty important if it's a rainy day. The kids can hang right out here in the bunk. They can be on their cell phone, tablet, whatever. I know we go camping to get away from that, but reality is on a rainy day, it can come in handy, especially if it's like the 3rd or 4th rainy day in a row. Don't know about your camping trips, but I've definitely had those ones before. Making our way to the very back, this is the bathroom. So I'm gonna be honest, this is a little bit tight for me. My knees are just fine at 6 foot, but my feet are kind of touching right up front. So, you know, probably wouldn't want to spend a ton of time in here, which may be a good thing as well. As far as shoulder space, obviously I have no issues there. Right underneath, you do have some additional storage as well as plumbing access. Electrical outlet on the wall. Robe hook here gives you a spot to hang your towels. A tub, so if you want to give the kids a bath, you can do that. And as you can see, at 6 foot tall, I can completely stand in this tub. Don't have to worry about hunching down or anything like that. And you have a hand wand to make showering up a little bit easier. When we come out of the bathroom, thermostat here on the wall. This does control your ducted AC as well as your ducted heat. Electrical outlet right down there. I like when they put that there. You know, I've been asked before why that's there, but in this setup, right, it can be used for the dinette, but also it's great for a vacuum. If you bring a vacuum along, you can plug it in right there. Or, you know, if you need to charge like a dust buster or something, I guess you can do it there too, but I personally do like it for the vacuum space. You will see the dinette, kind of a redesigned pattern. They have like the needle pattern in here, kind of creates like the diamonds. Just a little bit nicer, upgraded, higher end look. I think it looks nice rather than just a plain front. And you can easily sit 4 people. I will take a seat here just to kind of show you. So as you can see, I have plenty of space right there. Excellent spot to have a meal, play games together, and I have plenty of space from my abdomen to the table itself, and same thing with my knees. It's not right on top of my knees or anything like that. In lieu of storage, they went with 2 large windows to help brighten up the space. I think they did a pretty good job. You know, there's plenty of lights that even if it is a little bit darker, if it's nighttime, it still seems pretty bright. You don't seem closed in or anything to that effect. The Jackknife sofa is right over here. Open that up, you'll see all the storage underneath, and with the Coleman, you also can drop the front compartment down if that's a little bit easier to get into it. By all means, you can do that. That does drop down into a bed. The dinette does as well. Neither of them are huge beds, but if your kids have like friends or something that are coming, it'll certainly work for children. If you want to watch TV, this is where it will mount it at. You'll see kind of that new shiplap wall look that, as I said, kind of helps blend in with the kitchen. That's backsplash we had on the kitchen, kind of has the same color palette. The hookups for the TV are there. Right underneath is your multimedia center that is Bluetooth capable, and some additional storage under that. You know, good spot for DVD collection or really whatever else you want to toss in there. If we make our way into the bedroom, queen bed here in the center. I'll lay on this. Just did want to show you folks. Look at that. I can actually lay here 6 foot tall. My feet aren't hanging off. That's a pretty good deal. Far too often when you're in RVs, you have the RV queens, your feet are hanging off. That's not the case here. When I lift it up, you will also see that you have the storage underneath, and on both sides you have end tables, little cubby hole underneath there. Electrical outlets on both sides for CPAP machines and USB ports if you need to plug in a cell phone. Right up above that, mirrored wardrobe, shelf going across the top, and on the far side is TV hookup. So if you want TV, that's where it hooks up at. Last thing I do want to touch on is this one has slider doors on here. So that way, if you know, it's nighttime, you want a little more privacy, you can close the doors. It's not a curtain or anything. It just gives you that more residential feel in your camper. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2020 Coleman Lantern LT 262BH. Right up front is a power tongue jack. This makes it easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. So all you have to do is flip the rocker switch here to raise and lower the tongue. You also have a light right up front for added visibility at night and a manual override in the rare event that it does fail. Right behind that, you'll see 2 20-pound propane tanks. And then a little bit further back are your rails for the battery, as well as the Diamond Dutch plating coming up the front here, helping to protect that front end from rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle. Coming around to the side, you'll see this one is equipped with solar prep. So if you want solar, simply buy the portable panels. They will come with the controller. You just plug it in right there. It's already pre-wired and it will trickle charge your battery. If you notice the pass-through, you will see how large it is here on the Coleman. You have a big door. So if you have some bigger items like a grill, or if you have an executive chair, some of those bigger director's chairs, you are able to slide them right in there. A little bit further back, you will notice this one has your power stabilizer jacks. You have a control up front for the front 2, another control in the back for the rear 2. Bear in mind that is not auto level. You still want to level the camper out with your blocks. But once it is, you can drop your stabilizer jacks down, and that will prevent the coach from rocking as you're walking around inside, and having them powered just makes it much easier. Right up top is the power awning. Touch a button, same thing. That rolls right out, and then flip the rocker switch other way to have it go right back in. Plus, you have an LED light strip on there for light at night. And it doesn't matter if the awning is fully retracted, partially extended, completely extended. You can use that LED light no matter what position the awning is in. To get into the camper, you have the LCI solid steps. They are aluminum treads. That way they don't rust. You have a little bit of grip tape on there for extra traction. And as you can see, folks, I'm over 200 pounds. I can walk up and down on this thing, kind of hop on it. The trailer moves a little, but the steps don't flex. It gets rid of that springboard effect, which is great. Smaller grab handle on here. I personally do wish it was a little bit bigger, but any grab handle is better than none at all. And that just gives you a little extra control as you are entering into the camper. Electrical outlet right outside. Need a place to plug something in? That will be the place to do it. Fresh water inlet here. If you're going somewhere you don't have city water, you want to make sure to fill the fresh water tank. This will be the place to do it. And folks, the Coleman Lantern series has some of the biggest fresh tank capacities in its class. You're looking at a 60-gallon fresh water tank which is huge. If you plan to do some boondocking, this is definitely a great trailer to do it in. Right up top, you'll see those 2 outside speakers. So if you want to listen to some music outside, you can do that. Those are controlled by that multimedia center inside, but that unit is Bluetooth capable, so you can kind of sit right out here and be able to control that music. And then on the very back underneath that bunk, you see additional storage. It's great to have additional outside storage. You have the big pass-through, but maybe you want a little bit more, and you are provided that on the 262. On the very back is a square tubular bumper. There are end caps. That gives you a convenient spot in which you can store your sewer hose. Outside shower with both hot and cold water access. And if you take a look right up top, you'll also see this one has backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera, having the prep makes it easier to install, meaning it will save you money on labor. Very back corner there is your cable inlet, city water inlet located right down here. And then you also have your 30 amp plug-in. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2020 Coleman Lantern LT 262BH. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.